thank you to our sponsor, miraclesmanifestorhoodies.com. I truly love the quality, colors, and meaning behind these zodiac sign sweatshirts, as well as the mission and purpose of the brand, which is combining the power of positive thoughts and manifestation with the highest quality clothing, styles, and fashion to keep everyday inspiration, motivation, and the energy of optimism alive in you. So go ahead and make this sweatshirt your new lucky charm and use coupon code Nadiya at checkout. Links are in the description below. Hello, fabulous superstar Libra. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of June 2022. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. It is going to be this month that we have got a very powerful full moon happening right alongside a very powerful karmic gateway opening that represents karmic blessings of all kinds finding us. You add to this a new moon at the end of the month as well. Well, there's so much to talk about here. So let's take it one at a time. On the 16th of the month, we will have this month's full moon. And this full moon takes place in a part of the sky for you that has to do with communication, conversation. It has to do with siblings, cousins, and neighbors. But what I really love about this particular full moon is that it takes place in a part of the sky that has to do with synchronicity, which is basically being in the right place at the right time, connecting with the right person, and it just makes all the difference. Now, what does the right place, the right time mean? Well, look, in this case, it is a reality check that ultimately empowers you, but it also invites you to look beyond fantasy, to look beyond what it is that perhaps you want to believe, and to find respect, particularly self-respect, in what actually is. So this energy can play out in all kinds of ways. But I do feel like this full moon in particular is going to represent one of those moments where information finds you, news finds you, or again, you just stumble onto a moment, the right place at the right time, the right person. And it helps you to understand in a whole new way. And so the fact that this full moon will speak in harmony with Saturn, that brings with it a measure of stability. You seeing from heart and finding stability there. You able to speak the words of your heart in a way that fuels healthy self-respect and affirms genuine confidence in yourself. That is part of the gift of this particular full moon. Now, as I say this, you can see this energy can end up going in all kinds of directions. You could stumble upon something that you love, stumble upon something you really don't. Regardless of what it is, keep in mind that with this full moon, we've also got a difficult connection with Neptune happening. And that's the energy of perhaps some disappointment being part of this time. And I'm so sorry to say, but it does happen. It's like the universe really wants you to get honest with yourself. And the harder that that's been, the more challenging the sense of needing to accept reality could be. And yet it is in accepting things as they are that you're able to find that much more strength. Now, keep in mind, as I said, this part of the sky can speak to siblings, cousins, and neighbors. So this journey that I talk about could be related to one of these people. It could be that one of these people is making changes in their life. Perhaps a neighbor is leaving, and that's part of the disappointment. And yet you have an understanding that ultimately, not only will you be okay, but that this is a smart change that is being made. It could be that one of your siblings or cousins is making a choice and it feels disappointing, and yet you are able to have a healthy understanding as to how you want to address it, what is yours to address, and maybe what isn't, allowing another person to walk their own path. And so in these ways, this can be a time that fuels healthy self-respect for you. That is the gift here. And that ultimately can strengthen you for a long time moving forward from here. Now, as we navigate late into the month, that is when we are going to have this month's new moon. And that new moon takes place at the very top of your sky, having to do with career, having to do with life purpose. And this particular new moon is, on the one hand, speaking in harmony with Uranus. Now, this is an energy that is not as precise as we might like. And so what that means is it takes a lot of conscious intention to bring forward some of the positive qualities of this time, qualities that represent change and wealth and things changing very quickly, propelling you into the future in a way that you love. This is an opportunity to act quickly, to move your career onward and upward, or to allow yourself to change quickly as a result of a realization in a way that ultimately aligns you with life purpose and in a way that I think you will love. But what we also have happening simultaneously with this new moon is that it will speak in a conversation of tension with Jupiter. Jupiter, of course, newly in your opposite sign. And I see this energy working a couple of different ways. So, you know how sometimes they say, like, if somebody tells you you can't do it, you feel like you want to do it even more. That's what we have here. So it may feel as if someone that you'd like to be a partner on what it is you're doing has another way of seeing it, or maybe doesn't really support what it is that you are reaching for. And that in turn encourages you to summon a I'll show you kind of attitude. And that ends up being the thing that you need to make gains. It could be at this time that you have a business partner or professional alliance, and they have a very different opinion as to how to address a particular matter. And then it's going to be up to you to decide what aligns with your larger goals or not. Now, it may also be more personal, where someone you have a one-on-one alliance with, maybe even a partner in your personal life, has an opinion about what you're trying to achieve, whether it's with your career or your alignment with life purpose. That also can summon a spirit of, I'm going to do this and I'll show you. And that may end up being the gift of this time as well. Now, regardless, this energy invites you to find genuine motivation as part of your pathway onward, upward, and in alignment with life purpose meaningful to you. Now, I mentioned a powerfully karmic moment. I definitely want to talk about this. And where it comes to matters of love, this is where we're going to talk about it, because on the 16th of this month, we have a very special and rare alignment, a triple conjunction. It is Venus, the North Node, and the asteroid Pallas Athena getting together in the sky. And they are meeting in a part of the sky for you that has to do with profound bonding and vulnerability with another person. It has to do with being honest with yourself and accepting what changes that may bring. But here's the thing, this triple conjunction, this configuration is speaking in a conversation of tension with Saturn. And Saturn is in a part of the sky that has to do with what you want in your heart of hearts in every area of life. Now, here's something else that's interesting with Saturn. It is going to be in the first days of the month that Saturn, standing still, will officially, slowly begin going retrograde, which means that as we get to the middle of the month, Saturn remains at the height of his power at this time. And so all of this suggests that being honest with yourself about what you want in your heart of hearts, including in love, is going to be part of the truth that finds you at a time like this. So for those of you open to meeting someone new, I think this energy is going to speak to you very profoundly. An honest assessment as to where you sacrificed too much for love or for pleasure, where certain flirtations worked and where they didn't, and why you were propelled towards particular people. But more than that, I feel like, especially with that triple conjunction, there may be a very powerful fated moment with another person. And what you do with that moment is always up to you to decide in light of your unique circumstances. But ultimately, it gets you honest with yourself. And that's the blessing of this time, as to where you are in terms of your openness to love, where you are in terms of trust, and where it is perhaps that you're ready to change, or where it is perhaps that you're fine just as you are, which is a beautiful thing as well. The truth is going to be uniquely your own. For those of you just starting to date somebody, what a remarkable time this can be in the context of dating. This is a moment of truth, and it's very all or nothing, I have to say. Given where the triple conjunction is taking place, it's possible that you might connect with someone new. But it's also possible that you are getting truly vulnerable and honest, perhaps with this person or perhaps just with yourself. And as I said, it is very all or nothing. For some Libras out there, this is going to be a time when you truly feel deeply committed, wanting to move forward with this person. But for others, this all or nothing energy will have you feeling very clear that you're ready to go in a different direction. And for those of you in an established bond, what a powerful time this can be. In established bonds, there is a sense now of getting to some core matter that ultimately can bond the two of you closer together. Now, for a very small percentage of you out there, if you know you're not in the right relationship for you, all of that is going to come to the surface at a time like this. Now, what you do with it is up to you to decide. However, the overwhelming majority of Libras are going to find this a time where you're addressing some issues with your partner, you're being more vulnerable, and they're being vulnerable with you, and that in turn strengthens the bond. What I love about this month for you, well, there's a lot here. It's a powerful astrological moment. I absolutely love how we have this energy of truth in the middle of the month with that triple conjunction. Now, where that's taking place is also a part of the sky that has to do with wealth, emotional but practical as well. And this is a doorway opening from which new people, places, things, situations enter that represent karmic blessings. Those could be financial, but they could be in all kinds of ways, ultimately representing meaningful change in your life now. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to miraclemanifestorhoodies.com for being the sponsor of this month's videos. You know I love their sweatshirts so much. And how do you know that? Well, yes, they've been my sponsor before, but also if you follow me on social media, you know I was all up in the Andes Mountains for 2 months wearing their sweatshirt, absolutely loving it, trekking mountains and volcanoes and all kinds of fun things. And there were moments when I couldn't believe the way my body felt, walking up another mountain, and I would look down and I would see Miracle Manifestor, and it just gave me the boost that I needed. I got tons of compliments on their sweatshirt as well. So I hope that you will check them out. If you use code Nadiya at checkout, you get a discount as well at miraclemanifestorhoodies.com. Link is in the description below. And thank you. Thank you so much for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy. Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there.